What's up guys, it's Aaronitmar, and we're finally here. The final Smash Ultimate DLC character has released, and so that of course means one last Costume Origins video, this time for Sora from Kingdom Hearts, who has a rich list of alternate appearances throughout the last 20 years or so of his franchise. Now Sakurai did cover all of these costumes in his showcase for Sora, but as per usual, I want to go a little more detailed than he did in the presentation. Before we dive in, please make sure if you haven't already to subscribe because we are just under 10,000 subs away from hitting 250,000. That's a huge milestone, and I appreciate every one of you who has helped me get here. So with that said, let's jump in to Sora's costume origins. Sora's first costume comes from his appearance in the first Kingdom Hearts game for PlayStation 2. During the planning stages for Kingdom Hearts, both Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse were wanted for the protagonist, but the game's director, Tetsuya Nomura, wanted an original character instead. But in order to keep this character in line with the Disney spirit, Sora was eventually designed with concepts that match Mickey Mouse: white gloves, red shorts, and giant yellow shoes. The initial concept for Sora gave him lion-like attributes, such as ears and a tail, but these were found to be too similar to another pre-existing Final Fantasy character, which led to a redesign to the Sora that we know today. On a similar topic, the Keyblade actually never started as a Keyblade. During early meetings for the game, the weapon Sora was wielding was a chainsaw rather than anything vaguely similar to a key. But the Disney executives pretty much unanimously shot that down, so Nomura turned to a Keyblade design because keys and locks were already a big part of the story. Next, let's move on to his second costume, which is based on his appearance in Kingdom Hearts 2. At the start of Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora has canonically been asleep for nearly a year in a memory pod so that his memories can be properly restored. Yeah, I'm not gonna explain more than that, the Kingdom Hearts is a mess. Anyway, after a year passes, Sora has gotten taller since he's still a growing boy, so his Kingdom Hearts 1 outfit no longer fits him well. So just before finally setting out on his journey, Flora, Fauna, and Merryweather give him a new set of clothes, which is what this Smash outfit is based off of. These clothes also grant Sora the ability to use dry forms throughout Kingdom Hearts 2, which we'll talk about in a minute. Moving on to Sora's third outfit, this is based on his clothing that he wears in Kingdom Hearts 3D Dream Drop Distance. Some of the worlds are sleeping, and Sora and Riku are tasked with delving into these worlds in order to restore them to the World of Light. Upon entering the dimension these worlds exist in, Sora finds himself in new clothing, which this costume is based on. It isn't until later in the game that Sora learns that Organization 13 had been manipulating his arrival to their world, and they had in fact placed those clothes on him, with the big X, known as the Recusant Sigil, allowing them to track his location. Then we have the fourth outfit, which is the last of Sora's official primary appearances throughout the Kingdom Hearts series. This outfit is based on Sora's appearance in Kingdom Hearts 3, the latest in the series and the final entry in the Dark Seeker saga. These clothes are given to Sora by Master Yen Sid and the Good Fairies as a means to shield him from darkness. Mickey, Riku, Kairi, and Lee are all given similar clothing as well. The clothing also changes color schemes when Sora activates various forms. Not to mention, it just looks mondo cool. Sora's fifth outfit is based on his appearance in the Timeless River world in Kingdom Hearts 2. This is a world in the past, entered through a door in the Hall of Cornerstone at Disney Castle. This world is based on the black and white origins of Mickey Mouse, with the first Mickey cartoon, Steamboat Willie, playing a role in the world itself. All of the main Disney characters that appear in this world use their classic incarnations, and to match this, Sora is given a similar black and white appearance to match. The unique facial expressions call back to the work of Osamu Tezuka, a Japanese manga artist who was largely inspired by Disney films as a child. But these facial expressions aren't original to Smash, as the original world utilized similar facial expressions in Kingdom Hearts 2. The alternate costume for Sora's Kingdom Hearts 2 costume is based on the Valor form. In Kingdom Hearts 2, Sora's clothes grant him the ability to utilize dry forms, and from the jump, Sora is able to activate the Valor form. This form allows Sora to dual-wield a second Keyblade, and his clothing becomes the bright red that the Smash costume uses. When this form is activated, Sora fuses with Goofy, leaving only Sora and Donald on the battlefield. The next costume is based on the Wisdom form, another of Sora's dry forms available in Kingdom Hearts 2. Sora gains the Wisdom form when he clears the Timeless River world for the first time. He fuses with Donald, leaving only Sora and Goofy on the battlefield. This form enhances Sora's ability to use magic, making it more powerful and cost less to use, and of course notably turning his clothing blue. This costume in Smash is based on the Dream Drop Distance costume slot, making it technically the least accurate recolor of the bunch, as its game of origin is not 3D, but Kingdom Hearts 2. Sora's final costume is the Ultimate form from Kingdom Hearts 3. Not to be confused with Kingdom Hearts 2's final form, the Ultimate form is the form change ability of the Ultima weapon in Kingdom Hearts 3, making it quite literally one of the ultimate forms Sora can take on. When using this form, Sora becomes surrounded by a ring of multicolored swords which deal massive damage. But man, zebra stripes? Really? Now that does it of course for all of Sora's costumes as the final DLC character, but there are 3 more costumes that we need to talk about. The Mii costumes that dropped in this final wave of DLC. First up is the Octoling Wig. The Octoling are a species within the Splatoon universe who serve as the enemies in the single player modes and who become later playable in the Octo expansion. The wig itself is based on the appearance of the former, the enemies, as they appear in the campaign mode. The next Mii Fighter accessory is a hat based on Judd. Judd serves as the judge for the online game modes in Splatoon and Splatoon 2. Typically, you will see Judd determining who's won in a particular match by indicating that team's flag in the results screen. Judd has appeared in Smash prior to this as both the Spirit and as a part of the Moray Tower stage, with Judd and Lil Judd holding up the flag of the player currently winning. The final Mii costume of this wave, and perhaps in Smash Ultimate's history, is the Doomslayer. This is the de facto moniker of the playable character in the Doom series, which first debuted in 1993. This costume is another result of more recent character wishes coming up to the forefront, similar to Dante, Sans, and Shantae. Because Doomslayer wasn't as popular before Ultimate's DLC was finalized, they made a compromise in making him a Mii costume since he obviously wasn't one of the DLC spots. Doomslayer has had many appearances over the years, but the Mii Gunner costume is based on his most recent appearance in Doom Eternal, which released in March 2020, the same day as Animal Crossing New Horizons. And that is going to do it for this video and for the Costume Origins series. I never dreamed that this series would become as big a deal on this channel as it did, but I'm eternally grateful for everyone's support on watching this, on liking the videos and subscribing, and just enjoying the content. Costumes as a whole certainly aren't going anywhere because I have plenty of ideas for alternate costumes that other characters could have had, but as far as official costumes go, unless they somehow pull another character out of their butts, this is the final Costume Origins video. So with all that said, I just want to thank you guys once again for all of the support. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time for something else. Peace out, you guys. I hope you have an awesome day, and please remember to be good to one another.